So the next concept we want to talk about is planning for Roth accounts in your retirement. And we know that for the vast majority of people that we've ran across, they're going to have their retirement money, and for the most part, that's pre-tax assets. It's the 401k, it's the IRA. So what we want to do is talk about carving off and creating what makes sense for you in retirement to have this Roth account. So here's a couple of things that we know. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but I just kind of want to go over the contribution limit just for a second. And that is, we've got $6,000 or $7,000 if we're age 50 plus. Those are the annual contribution limits. So these are contributions. And we know that once we retire, those contributions stop. Keep in mind that you can also do the same thing for spousal IRAs. Many of you may have a spouse that's a stay-at-home mother, stays home with the kids, whatnot. You could make, based on your own income, if you have enough income to qualify for it, and most people do, they can also contribute for their spouse as long as they have that earned income. So first and foremost, we've got contributions. Here's the one that we believe enough people don't consider, and that is conversions. And currently, you can do conversions not only if you're working, but also when you're retired. So perhaps there's a scenario that you retire. Maybe you're in a lower bracket, maybe you're not. But at some point, a lot of people will realize they probably have more money than they're reasonably going to spend during their lifetime. And if you find yourself there, what is the best way to leave this money to my kids, my grandkids, etc.? So just as an example, on a conversion, let's say we have a client that has $50,000. It's a pre-tax account, and they're considering converting that from pre-tax over to Roth. And what we know is, regardless if it's pre-tax or Roth, it's going to grow. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use a 30-year example. Many of you say, well, my goodness, I'm already 60. Do we really want to go out 30 years? So here's the example, and here's why I'm doing that. If we go down 20 years and you pass away, your beneficiaries inheriting a Roth account now has an additional 10 years of tax-free deferral. They could wait to the end of that 10th year after death. And so we passed away at the end of 20, and then our beneficiaries have another 10. So that's a total of 30 years. And what does 50,000 grow to over a 30-year period of time? And 50,000 at 8% is around $500,000. Oh, if it's in the Roth, it's completely 100% tax-free. Now, so far I've only discussed the benefits. So just for a minute, I do want to discuss the cost of the Roth conversion as well, because you need to understand that.